Thank you for tuning in. You're in for an educational treat. What can someone do to get you to like them within about a minute or two of meeting you? I had a client tell me she really likes me. You can tell I genuinely listen to everything she's saying and give an honest, thought-out response. My business with said client ended back in February and she moved 800 miles away, but she still texts and calls periodically to catch up with my family. This means so much to me. I have very bad social anxiety and am trying my best to seem normal around people, especially clients. Out of curiosity, what is your job? Literally any attempt at humor instantly earns my respect. A friend of mine gave this girl a handshake while introducing himself. A second later he said while laughing, "Just so you know, I've jerked off with that hand." She took a step back and looked frightened AF. He then continued, "Not today though, and I've obviously showered since." Nervous laughter from her while saying that's good to know. I kinda wanted to die witnessing this poop, lol. So, do not tell someone you've just met you've jerked off with the hand you just used to give an introductory handshake, even as a joke. So that's why everyone always takes a step backwards. A genuine smile and not complaining. So many people start a conversation by complaining about some aspect of their life that's just no way to live. I realized recently that I'm bad for doing this. Surprisingly difficult habit to break. I do this too. I like to complain because it helps me cope with my day-to-day responsibilities. Active listening. Pay attention to the person speaking and acknowledge what they're saying. When it comes to your turn to speak, chat for a short while, but bring it back around to them by asking open-ended questions and continue to actively listen. I don't know the full science behind it, but I read something before that it creates a comfortable relationship in the person's brain and they will instinctively like you more. I can't say this actually worked for me. I'm rather socially inept, so actually coming up with open-ended questions is a struggle. Can confirm. People say that I'm one of the most comfortable people to talk to, and that they feel like they can talk with me about anything. A great conversationalist, etc. Little do they know, most of my side of the conversation is just asking questions and using their answers to ask another question. Stick up for someone. I, plumber, was meeting with a group of realtors to discuss some repairs that needed to be done at a house. One of the realtors was talking about another agent and said that she was retarded. Jason, one of the agents, stood up for her. "Hey man, it's not cool to talk about her behind her back like that. And you shouldn't use the R word." Massive respect since then. It might sound silly and simplistic, but be comfortable and open. That helps the other person to do the same. It sounds more like hard and impossible. I've always been a more quiet and reserved person around new people at least, and it always takes me a bit longer to warm up to them. I know what you mean that it sounds impossible, but you should try it. It can feel really uncomfortable at times, because I honestly don't even know what to say to someone I just met and I might fumble my words, but it's all worth it. I hope you do try though, it's really helped me feel a bit more comfortable around new people / environments and my own skin too. Tell them something personal, for example, "I'm hiding kids in my basement." Basement is really the best option. If you put them in the attic, all they do is make an awful amount of noise. The pro tip, in case you don't have a basement, is to lay down the glass wool. If you are lucky, you can even gather enough blood for the bi-weekly offering and can keep the kid. I heard keeping people in the attic is a pretty successful strategy. If I make a joke and they successfully yes, and me, that feels really good. I love it when someone adds on. I also love it when someone sets me up. 10/10 would talk to again. Yes. The best skill I learned from the few improv classes I took was just going with the flow by yes-anding. In real life, it leads down some weird, funny holes and gets a lot of positive reactions, when used in the right settings. I don't really, it's like a gut feeling for me. I might instantly like someone or instantly dislike them. I would say be nice, but sometimes if I feel like I won't like the person, even when they're being nice, I won't still like them. This is not a good thing and I'm trying so hard to change. Be kind. Anyone can fake being nice, but kindness comes from the core of one's being. It's okay. It's okay not to particularly like someone without reason. As long as you're respectful and kind, it's normal to just not click with someone. Any act of kindness. One time a friend of mine asked to carry my computer bag and I was like, whoa, I never noticed him before. It wasn't heavy, but him being considerate really got me. I read asking someone for a small favor like to borrow a pencil gets people to feel connected to you. I think asking to help would have a similar affect. It's basically the same concept, but you're on the giving side instead of receiving. Ask their name, call them by their name. People like the sound of their names. Strongly disagree. Saying my name after you already have my attention gives me strong vibes of manipulation. Only say it to get my attention or I'm going to think you're trying to sell me something. Totally agree. Feels either very false or even condescending depending on the circumstances. Quoting Airplane. I mean, a significant part of that movie is conversations so bad several people kill themselves. That being said, I could be misremembering on account of my drinking problem. I'm not an airplane guy with a drinking problem. I'm a drinking guy with an airplane problem. Compliment something about me that could be changed in 5 minutes or less, like a piece of clothing or my hair. Lot of people don't realize that complimenting body parts isn't something you do to a stranger because it's objectifying and uncomfortable. That aside, anyone who cares about what I write about is gonna make a friend real effing quick because I crave validation for my writing. I could talk endlessly but I don't because I know no one wants to hear that crap, but if someone does I will die on the spot. Talk about Harry Potter and not make a face when I say that I'm a Hufflepuff. Username does not check out but take my upvote, damn it, can relate. Ha. That's a constant reminder to myself but I fail. Mutual contribution to the conversation or discussion. It's a huge turnoff when one person is carrying the conversation. It is equally frustrating when one person is very succinct and just contributes to the conversation by asking questions. It very much becomes an interview/interrogation. If you want someone to have a good first impression, be lighthearted, positive, ask genuine questions but also contribute to the conversation. Answer questions genuinely. People pick up on things, especially in the beginning of the start of a relationship. Just be friendly and sincere. If they have an authentic positivity and seem happy to be interacting with me, that's all it takes. It makes me think, well, this is a nice person. Even if I feel like it's not entirely genuine, I'll at least appreciate that they're trying, and that's worth a lot on its own. What would have been your answer or question? Leave it in the comments below. Slap that like and subscribe button for more, and check out the link in the video description for even more answers. Peace out, and catch you in the next video.